water, earth, fire, air.
If you don't know what this video is about, what are you doing with your life? You should probably have already checked the thumbnail and the title. But just in case you don't know, this is the Avatar Last Airbender Readathon TBR. Listen. I just scrolled through YouTube because I had some time to watch some videos, right? And I get notification for three different YouTubers saying ATLA Readathon or Avengers, good lord. Airbender Last Airbender. Oh my gosh, Avatar Last Airbender Readathon. And I was like, is somebody pranking me? Like, let me refresh. It was a reel. So I clicked on Catherine Reed's video. That was the first one I saw. I believe she is the Air Nomads leader. I'll make sure to have all those links down below and put a card for her video here. But she talked for maybe 30 seconds and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go on Twitter. Found them on Twitter, followed them, turn my notifications on. I wrote down all my books I'm trying to read. I got my outfit ready, you know. Listen, I originally planned to do the Monster-a-thon, Readathon for September, but then I see this and I'm like, I really did want to do that one, but I was looking at my TBR and what I have available and like how things are going for college. I won't be able to do that because I realized I will be able to read like 2 books that are available to me and have to go on a hunt for other books. While the ATLA Readathon, I have all these books already. They're already on hold, they're here, like it's done except one. So here I am. I took 5 quizzes to figure out what element I am. 3 out of 5 said Airbender, so obviously I had to rep my group. Put on some red and yellow, you know, what's up. 2 of them said I'm an avatar, but we're just gonna stick with this. I wish I had some really cool editing skills because I would be doing all kinds of tricks and stuff, but I suck, so we can't do that today. Yeah. So last night and a little bit this morning, I was drafting my TBR. So here's draft 1. It was a mess. And here is draft 2 of me trying to do Monster-a-thon versus ATLA. And Monster-a-thon, it was a struggle. It wasn't working. So I even did a bullet journal spread. As a matter of fact, let me, okay. Because I saw someone else do a bullet journal spread on Twitter and I was like, obviously I have to do it. Obviously I have to compete. Here it is. I decided to put all the tribes in there because I'm pretty sure I can do all these except one book, and that book is the group book. Unfortunately, I do not have access to that book, and I do not plan on buying any books next month, so I might not be able to read that, but I will be able to read every other book, which I believe adds up to 9 books. No, that's 8 books. 9 would be the group. But because I'm an overachiever and I'm ambitious, I have added about 5-6 other books to my TBR that are not related to Avatar, just because. So yeah, I did my spread. I have all the little symbols and everything was, oh my gosh. Cross off each one that I finish as I go. Where did this come from? Yeah, that was fun. I don't know, I told myself last month, maybe even recently, a couple weeks ago, I said, no more readathons. You're never going to participate, and every time you do, you don't read the right books. You always fail. Here I am, doing my readathon TBR. So, do I listen to myself? No. I will be honest, half of these books are ebooks or audiobooks. I will not be able to show you like a physical copy, but I will tell you the title and name, and I'll try to link them down below. I always say I link the books down below, but I tend to be lazy and forget, so I'm gonna go off the order that I have it written on here. And for the first one is the Fire Nation. Hey Zuko, how you doing? So each team has 3 challenges. 2 are just random challenges, and the third one is read the group book. Each group has the same group book, which is Rise of the Kyoshi. I believe the hardcover just came out and the paperback comes out next year. Basically about Kyoshi, how she's like Avatar, now she became Kyoshi, and she's one of the other avatars that came before Aang, and she's one of the characters that I remember them talking about, and I wanted to know more. And then here comes a book, and I'm just like, don't want to spend money because I'm going off to college and I need that money, but at the same time, like, I might need to get that. So for the first challenge for the Fire Nation is Zuko. Honestly, I just realized I didn't write down the challenges. I really didn't actually write down the challenges with the names. Oh gosh. Okay. Look at me. Horrible booktuber. No. Pause. I'm looking at the announcement challenge video because I didn't actually write down the challenge. I just wrote the name. So most readathons do a name and then what the actual challenge is. I just wrote the name. So as I was saying, I am part of the Air Nomad team, but I will be participating in all 4 just to be extra. And I want to be the avatar. The person who reads, I think, the most pages or something, maybe the most books, becomes the avatar, and they can win like a $25 gift card from Amazon or Book Depository. If your girl is, listen, I'm not worried about the prize. I just want to be the avatar. Okay, I grew up watching Avatar, grew up watching Legend of Korra. We watched it like 3 times. I read some of the graphic novels. Listen, I was all for Zutara. I love Sokka. I used to want to punch him in his face sometimes. Korra used to make me mad, but I still liked her. I wanted her to, have a good ending. Listen. So we're going to zoom in. Alright, so for these challenges, Fire, Zuko. Give a book a second chance. And I decided to go with Carvel by Stephanie Garber. If you don't know, Carvel was not my favorite book. It was actually pretty much a disappointment. As a matter of fact, I'm holding it right here. So I decided to give this a second chance because I have been hearing that the second and third books do get better, and this was just a bit slow and, a bit of a mess. So I was like, you know what? I want to get a chance. I did buy all the books. I do have all the books, and I don't want it to go to waste. So, I'm going to give her a second chance. I'm a little nervous because, again, she is not my favorite. But, gotta do what you gotta do, right? I'm not really sure if I want to bring this book with me to college because, again, this is during September. So I might end up borrowing the ebook or the audiobook. Because then if I get this, I feel a need to bring 2 and 3 with me. And I kind of want to keep that space for books that I know I really, really will need. The second challenge is Azula. Read a book with an interesting villain, and I chose The Cruel Prince. I don't know who the villain is. I have heard a lot about him. I believe the prince is called the Cruel Prince because he is cruel and he's mean and he's disgusting and etc. And I was like, there's a lot of books of villains like that, but after a couple hundred pages, after like page 100 or 200, they're like no longer villains. It's like they're soft and they feel bad and they want to be nice. I want someone to be trash and rude all the way through. Like, listen, keep true to your heart. So apparently Cruel Prince does that. I had to hop on it because I keep hearing some good things about it, and why not? The third challenge is I wrote read the group book. The group book, like I said, is by Kyoshi. If I'm able to get to that, I will probably do like a review or a specific vlog for it. But unfortunately, I don't have access to it anywhere unless I go out and buy it through online because it's not in the stores anywhere near me. So I might have to skip that one. For Earth, we have Toph. Read a book with a chosen family. I chose Renegades. I feel like they're not exactly chosen, but they are a family that are in the Renegades who are pretty top dog, famous. Everyone knows them. They're like the leaders, kind of chosen to be in their position, and I just want to reread the book. Then we have Suki. Read a book with a beautiful cover, and I decided to go with Shatter Me. It is a pretty cover. I do like how they take the eye for each cover and play with it. It kind of gives you an idea of what the characters are going through the book. So I feel like one I think the plants are dying around her eyes, which means I guess they're probably weak or there's some issues. There's some which look really strong, and I'm like, wow, she might be coming into herself. Or it's like there's plants in nature and they're growing. I'm like, okay, there must be some kind of growth or something going on. I just really like how they play with that. The group book, Boomy, is Rise of Kyoshi. Again, each group has to read the group book, Rise of Kyoshi. Then we have Qatar, Read a Childhood Favorite. I took a hot minute to finally choose one, but I decided to do Words Into the Wild. Like I said, I wanted to get back into reading that series because so many more books are coming out in that world. So I was like, this would be a perfect time to just pick it up. It's fun, it's quick, I loved it. You know, there's a possibility I won't like half the books on here because a lot of them are first time reads. So why not give me something that I know I'll enjoy? Soccer, read a book with interesting world building, and I chose Queen of the Conquered. I heard that there's some really good world building in here, and I believe the book takes place on an island. It's like African American Caribbean. There's a little bit of war and coming into our own, and I was like, let me get one, and I did. So it is an arc. The arcs do have the past name of the author. The author did switch names from Karen to Kason, so please use proper pronouns and the word name Kason. I'm actually really excited to read it because I remember they tweeted about, hey, I'm looking for a Caribbean or Black African reviewer, and I was like, it is me, you described me in both, hello, and they sent it to me, and I'm like, yes. Obviously I had to hurry up and hop on and throw it on my TBRs. For the Air Nomads, we have Aang, read a happy, hopeful book. And I chose the Kiss Quotient. I heard there's a lot of like joy and really good warm-hearted feelings in this book. I know it's romance, and that's pretty much all I know. I tried to, well, years ago I used to read descriptions and make sure I knew about it before I read it, but now I'm like, I want to go in as a surprise and want to see how it goes, but I feel like sometimes when you know about it, it ruins your experience. So I've kind of been narrowing down what I know about these books. All I know, this one's romance and it involves two characters and unexpected love. So Appa, read a book with a lovable pet. I chose Children of Blood and Bone. This is going to be my reread. I did plan to read this in August, but some things happened. I just never got to it, or maybe, you know, yeah, so I decided to read it this month. And the reason why I chose this is because ZD has, I'm not entirely sure what type of animal it is, because like when they discuss it, when I describe it, it reminds me of multiple things. Because I feel like it might be like a hybrid of something, you know what I mean? But she does have a pet that is with them through most of the book, and a couple other animals that I counter and spend time with. So I decided to choose that. I'm probably going to go into research or like annotate when it comes up to the animal so I can figure out what that animal is. Because at first I thought a cheetah, then I thought a horse, and I think the other animal I thought it was like a bear. So I was like, I don't know why I keep thinking of different animals. Who knows? I don't know. Then you will go, if you do not plan to be competitive but you would like to participate, then that's when you become a White Lotus. And White Lotus is another part of the Avatar world, and they're not as competitive. They're kind of on the sidelines for this readathon. You still participate, but you're not competing against them. You don't really care to win, you just want to read. For this challenge is to just read any of the books above, like any challenge, choose them and read the group book. I'm assuming you pick 3 or 4 challenges, maybe like one from each tribe, and then the group book. Whatever you do is up to you. I decided to add in my other books that I'm going to be reading this month. I was going to do a separate video, but I'm already dressed up and I'm here. So the other books that I decided to read this month are going to be separate from the Avatar readathon. I just wanted to read these books also because most of them are already on hold and they'll be coming next month, so why not get over it and read them. And those books are The Chain, Of Fire and Stars, Tweet Cute, Natalie Tan's Book of Luck and Fortune, and The Astonishing Color of After. I will be reading The Fire and Stars as a buddy read with Izzy from Izzy Busy Reading, and I will be reading Astonishing Color of After with books and other nerdy things. Tweet Cute is a arc that I recently got from a Good Ways giveaway, and I believe it's about the couple who meet each other on Twitter, and they form a relationship over Twitter. I'm not entirely sure. Again, try not to know too much. I just went off the cover, thought the cover is really cute. Natalie Tan's Book of Luck and Fortune is a book that I got from another giveaway. It sounded really interesting. I want to get into that. If you want to hear more about it, please check out my other videos. I have a whole like to other videos where I discuss it. And The Chain is a book that I heard about from My Reading's Odd. She got it from BookCon. I believe it's about a family whose child is kidnapped, and the way to get your child back is to kidnap another child to give to the organization. So basically it's like a kidnapping chain where you do one thing and they do one thing, and it's over and over and over. So it was really interesting. I don't really read a lot of thrillers or darker things, but the way My Reading Was Odd was talking about it, I was like, Goodreads ad ASAP, go. And so luckily I have been bumped up on the hold list. I guess people have been finishing really quickly or just suspending their holds, so now I'm getting it next month and I can't wait to read it. That's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed what you just watched. I really hope that you guys are excited for this and participate, because listen, I will be the avatar. If you think I'm not, watch me. I will fight to the death. I will read those 30 days and I will be the freaking avatar, okay?